So Outrun for the Amiga was considered one of the worst arcade conversions ever. It was a complete and utter mess. However, in 2025, 36 years later after it was released on the Amiga, we have a brand new Outrun. Now this is by a guy called Reassembler on YouTube, and today we're going to be playing it on this. Now this is Amigakit's A600 GS. But before we go any further, let's take it back to 1989 and play the original Amiga Outrun release. Right, here we have Outrun, a nice thumbnail. So we're presented with this lovely screen. Now back in the day I was like, oh my god, I really hope that's the graphics. I really do hope, but my hopes and dreams were shattered, put it that way. So yeah, we start off with this. Wow, what was to lie ahead? Musically, you know, it was good, the soundtrack was good. Right, so apologies for this light. My bigger studio light, which normally sits above the telly and downlights it, is currently broke. So yeah, we'll have to put up with a little bit of light in the middle. We're just going to go straight into it because let's get this out the way first. Wow. Okay, so we got the soundtrack and we got sound. It is absolutely horrid. Do you know what? The Spectrum version was actually better than this. I mean, what's going on with that sound? Looks like a car from Chase HQ there. The actual police car. It's just, it's almost unplayable. It was just a lazy port in my opinion. You know, they could have made use of the Amiga sound chips and that, but they decided just to port it straight from the ST, which it's just lazy in my opinion. Right, well, thank fuck that's over with. So there we have it, the very shocking Amiga conversion. Well, when I say Amiga conversion, it was just a direct port from the Atari ST. Now the FM on the back of that car, does that stand for STFM? I don't know. So I'm going to put it out there. The Atari ST is one of the shittest computers I've ever owned. I paid around about £400 back in the day for the Discovery Pack, and I was shocked to learn that the sound was absolutely gash. My mate had an Amiga 500 at the time, and I remember going round to his house and playing Shadow of the Beast 2. The soundtrack was amazing, the graphics were amazing, the background and all that was just, it was perfect. However, I got it on the Atari ST, and when I put it on, I was like, why is the sound shit? And why are the graphics different? Lotus 2 is the same. He got that. Now Lotus 2 on the Amiga, the pumping soundtrack of that intro music was just phenomenal. ST version was just like, oh my god. I couldn't wait to get rid of it. I sold it and I got myself an Amiga 600 and I've never looked back. So the year's 2025 now, and let's play the brand new Outrun from Reassembler. Right, Outrun 2025 from Reassembler. We're going to be launching this from AmiBench on the A600 GS. So let's click on the icon there and we have an instant boot up. So a couple of things before we crack on. So Outrun Amiga Edition reassembled by Chris White, youtube.com, Reassembler 68k. Finally, Amiga fans can rest in peace. Shout outs. Some shout outs there. Testing and feedback. So we've got two versions of this. We've got a version with music and a version with no music. Now the version with music has got no engine noise, and there's a reason for that. I think it was something to do with if they included the engine noise as well as the music, the game wouldn't run as good. Now this is ran from an A600 GS, as you know, so if you want to play it on a real Amiga, you're probably looking at an 040 processor to get the kind of speeds that we're getting from the A600 GS. So settings, we want to put it on 30 FPS. Controls, joystick, sound test, and then back. High scores, yes, which we haven't got as of yet. And play the game. Now listen to that. That sounds and actually looks like the arcade. So we're going to go on Splash Wave. And look what we're greeted with. Absolutely. Look how that runs. Now some people are saying, like, you know, it's not Outrun without the engine noises and the screeching noises, but the music does make Outrun, to be fair. And listen to that music, just listen to that. It looks, it's fucking amazing in my opinion. There's a little tiny bit of slowdown, but you know, it's not a big problem. It's very, very playable, it's very smooth. And I'm not very good at Outrun. But look at it. What a soundtrack. You know, the soundtrack of my childhood, the soundtrack of many's childhood, you know. That will never ever go away, that. Come on. No, I'm shite. I'm shite at it. We'll have one more go. Right, one more game. There is a way to play it with just the sound effects and no music, but I haven't got that far yet, so we're just going to have another game of it. But as you can see, it just looks like the arcade one in my opinion. It runs pretty much the same, I'd say, as well. Bit of slowdown on the corners as mentioned, but nothing too drastic in my opinion. Oh shit. I love the transitions when you go from like different stages. Checkpoint. Oh, this is the hard one, isn't it? This is the one that always bloody gets me, the rocks. Ah. But listen to that music. Ah, no, 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 no. I mean, don't get me wrong, it would be nice with some sound effects, but, you know, I think it would slow it down a bit. The only other version that I like of this is the Outrun 2 on the Xbox original. Well, that's a bit of a... I'm in the wrong ear, that's why. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, Outrun 2 on the Xbox original. If you type in 1986, you get the original arcade version and it's phenomenal. It runs absolutely phenomenal. I don't think I'm going to make this, am I? No. But look at the transitions, amazing. Ah, just short, just short. So there is one thing that Outrun across the board on all these conversions does retain, and it's the soundtrack. That catchy soundtrack, that classic Outrun soundtrack that we all know and love to this day. So if it's on an 8-bit machine, a 16-bit machine, if it's on the arcade, it will always have that catchy element. So yeah, that was Outrun 2025 by Reassembler. Now what I'll do, because I'm no expert on these things, I will put links in the description for you to check out on how to obtain the game and set it up and stuff like that. And on that note, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
Siri.